The Chiefs defer at the top, and Butker gets the kickoff. Jim Nance, Tony Romo, and Tracy Wolfson with you. Raiders upset the Ravens in Baltimore. Here we go. First snap of the game from scrimmage as Burrow flicks it. He's got the completion to Drew Sample, his tight end. The ball comes out. Diving attempt at the recovery, but out of bounds. Since it's down to their first 3 drives of the game, trying to change that attitude here at the start, Tony.
Yeah, you're not kidding. I think you just saw what they're
against New England. As Joe told us last night, we weren't good in any facet, but they got an 8-yard gain on the first play of the game. And now Burrow flushed, completes to Sample for the second straight play. 8 snaps, second fewest of Burrow's career. Nothing was clicking, but they have 2 good plays to start. And now Moss gets called and picks
right here and make sure that they're doubling him.
Here's Burrow looking for him, finds him. He's got about 6 at 2. 3rd and 4 as Burrow has it knocked down.
There's the matchup. Best corner, best receiver.
Burrow looks at it down the middle. He's got his man and running room. Gesicki all the way down to the 6-yard line. Of the Ravens gave this defense fits last week. Here's a 1st and goal handoff to Moss. And cuts it. Lying shotgun on 2nd and goal. Take the handoff to Brown. Looks end zone. Pass incomplete.
Nobody ran across with him, so it's going to be a zone coverage. They know it.
Burrow looks right. Now in trouble. Gets away. This just 22 yards. And he's never missed against Kansas City in his young career.
Go.
Here's a 1st and 10 handoff to Pacheco, who had a big game against you said it, 130 on the ground, and the Chiefs' only touchdown he scored in that game. Here he goes. It's Pacheco.
The safety's got to come down, and that's when you want to throw the ball.
On 1st and 10. There's the pass over the top, pulled down by Pacheco. With touches on the first 3 snaps for Kansas City. Now they get it to Rashee Rice. Rice wiggles.
Drafted some speed around him as well.
He was over 100 yards in that game on New Year's Eve against Cincinnati, and was last week as well. As Mahomes has all kinds of time, threatens to throw it downfield, and then takes off with it for 9 yards before he's shoved out. That was aided on the way down to the winning field goal with a shove out penalty, personal foul on Cincinnati on that sideline. Here's a running play.
Again, just shows you what they think of him.
Yep, as you said, undrafted out of UCLA. Now Pacheco gets the handoff.
But you can hold them to field goals, like you said.
2nd and 4. They like to do that here, but Pacheco has other ideas as he's back.
One time they brought him down, they threw the ball out to Pacheco.
Another 1st down. It's to Watson, and again,
or hand it off here.
2nd and 4. Take into the line. Throw. 2 tight ends. Noah Gray bouncing around here. On 3rd down, they go to the ground, and they've got the 1st down again. On 4th and inches. Mahomes was slipping. He gave it to the fullback, and Steele is
not disrupt the handoff.
1st and goal on the speedster. The rookie Xavier Worthy is in. As they again work the middle. This opening drive has gone over 7 minutes. On 2nd and goal, and again,
this kind of ball to go win the Super Bowl last year, controlled.
Mahomes looking left. Now looking for options. Swings it over. Got his man, and the tackle is made a yard.
Get at 2 yards, so I'm comfortable with this.
Butker. Mahomes down the field, 4 out of 5 passing. Pacheco doing most of the heavy lifting. Going to have a run back from the landing zone, and it's Williams. Somersault.
You're just showing up against a bad team, and New England kind of punched them in the mouth.
You got movement. Trent Brown.
And it's a huge game because it's also against the Chiefs.
1st and 15. As Burrow from the pocket fires it across the middle, and his field goals last week by Boswell and his brilliant performance when they're winning Atlanta. And now chugging along is Moss. There's Chase on the near side. 3rd and 9 it actually is. Burrow running out of the pocket and brought down by Dana. Let's watch this punter. Ryan Rico had a 70 and an 80-yard punt last week. Punts it to the Super Bowl winning receiver, Nicole Hartman, who gets hammered. Back to their win week 17 last year against Cincinnati, regular and post. Start a new series with a pass down the middle and an interception. That is picked off by Davis Gaither.
Area, and Mahomes takes him with his eyes right over. He's looking off left. And you don't see a ton of Tampa 2 consistently played that way where you show it so easily, but when Mahomes looked off left, that is the responsibility to flow with his eyes.
Here's the pass to a rookie tight end they really are excited about. So Mahomes throws a pick. Burrow and the Bengals will try to cash in on the next 15 as the second quarter is headed our way. 3-3. The NFL is on CBS. Quarter. Cincinnati trying to take advantage of a takeaway, and 2nd and 1, they just go ahead and
earn more playing time as the season goes on with what he showed in training camp.
1st and 10. This is Chase Brown. He's explosive. Porter.
See the big personnel? This is what I want to see out of them, because they can run the ball, play action.
They got another first down. As I said, Mixon to Houston, trying to find a new look. Here they go. Pass in traffic. Caught. Trenton Irwin.
He forgot the motion.
2nd and goal. Fakes. Plays it out. Rolls. Jones coming after him. Lobs it up and throwing away. Patience for him. He's at the top.
These two will be guarding Chase. Got to go somewhere else.
To the end zone. Pass. It is caught.
This is
checking the feet here.
This is the wide receiver who has to step up.
Yosivash has the touchdown.
One outside on that route, Jim, is a game changer.
Took a long time for them to decide if the feet were down.
What a great job dragging the feet and maintaining control of that ball. I think he's in, Jim. Yep, right there, he did.
Fake to Pacheco and just dumping it off to Worthy.
I did, but it was only the 20.
In the 20. Oh, okay. In the 20. Here's the give to Pacheco. And
because the Chiefs weren't willing to be patient enough.
Number 4-2-1. Big number in your life. It's your birthday. Here's Worthy. Let's see that 4-2-1. Bounce it around. And
but when you watch him run, he can get across the field in a hurry. It's not just straight up and down go routes.
2nd and 6. Pacheco. Welcome return to this matchup, but on the other side. He was big against the Chiefs when he was with Bengals. As Mahomes trying to get the yardage and dives.
In this first down, the Bengals have 3 or 4 players over there, but his mannerisms and what he does, there's nobody there, and that gave him the space to get the first.
Well, he needed every inch of that reach. 1st and 10, down the field he goes. Rushy race for the touchdown.
Great at the release. Watch that right there. He gets Cam Taylor-Britt to bite on that inside move and runs away from this. Is a foot
that good. We've seen it already on this one. From 44 yards, the game is tied at 10. We'll begin this series with Chase Brown in the backfield. We're going up top. Feeding the tight ends in this game. He's got 3 different tight ends he's connected with.
Stacked. You could call that right there.
Run. Good for the first down. Stepping up, down the field, complete.
That's standing whenever I watch the tape, and same thing here.
1st and 10. Now here's Chase, his 2nd catch. As he zigs and zags, has first down.
Spot for the Chiefs on the sideline.
Handoff. Nowhere to go. Moss.
2nd play they called in the huddle.
2nd and 8. Looking down the field. And Chase is on the ground and it's got a flag. Yard line.
Nice interference. Defense number 22.
By McDuffie to make him get wider and wider right there. But after that, you got to get your hands off him. Although Chase pulls him down, actually. Look at Chase's right arm. He pulls him.
Touchdown on his 27th consecutive home game to tie it. But for how long? Burrow to the end zone.
With him to get man or zone.
Stepping up, Burrow. On the run to the end zone, and it's incomplete.
He goes and doubles Chase over here. You got to go somewhere else.
3rd and 10. Trouble and sacked at the... Good again to...
So certainly a concern for the Cincinnati defense.
Well, here's the handoff. That defense getting pushed back at the line of scrimmage.
Practice.
Go, go.
You know how to sled ball things, but he's going to help you when he gets out there.
Handoff. Pacheco. Did they get
Playing together in the National Football League, you're going to get exposed.
fake to steal? Down the middle they go and knocked away. Taylor.
Close. I thought Rice should have came back to the ball right there. See how it kind of drifts back?
Was he there? In the studio thinks it should have been a flag.
I thought it was a flag too.
Here's a 2nd and 10. As they go again. Steele lost the football on the way through the traffic.
And he had a great run on this play. He had a great cut. He's doing everything right except Pratt sends a little punch right into the ball, getting the ball back for the Bengals with a 3-point lead. 2-0. Right now, things are in their favor.
Burrow setting up a screen, and the Chiefs are there. From the gun. Down the middle, and it's all happened in this first half. 8 catches, 104 by the 3 different tight ends employed. They go to Brown.
No team has ever gone 0-2 3 straight years and made the playoffs in all 3.
2nd and 4. Burrow's pass.
Here he comes. McDuffie's over here inside. You know it's man-to-man. Quickly.
Does it quickly. The pass incomplete. It was out of reach for Gasol.
Pass interference. Offense number 16. It's a 10-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
They're going to take the penalty just because, you know, field goal purposes.
He's giving him a 2-way go, in or out.
Gets it away. Gesicki fights through 1 tackle. 13-13 all time against KC. This is 48 yards.
It's bigger now.
Now, you can't get me on that one. Addition continued this week. Well done. 1st and 10. 1 timeout for the Chiefs. Oh, there he is. Right on.
Down. You got 1 timeout. They already lost the 2nd one. But he's going to look for Kelsey underneath a bunch.
There's an open man, and it's Watson.
You can't just let him run off.
Go, 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 right.
1st down. They got him. Got it away. Got it away in time, and Pacheco
on landing inbounds before his body
After
gets
review,
out.
the runner was down in bounds before going out of bounds. That creates a live clock.
all of that expensive as far as the time consumed for only 1 yard. Take the snap at 52. And now they've got him.
Can start. Hendrickson showing the pressures he did last week.
Here he goes past the line of scrimmage and out of bounds.
That's I would have done it, but 24 they could easily with a timeout.
Ariza comes in. Look at this play. My goodness, what a play that is.
This was almost, I mean, it's amazing what he just did. Look at that. I mean, he jumps like I do. That's incredible. It's uncomfortable now.
There it is.
Yep.
When it's coming here. Verizon halftime coming up.
But the next time you can go in there and design just one play to make sure you don't kick a field goal, you get a touchdown when you get back there.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, they actually scored on 4 of their 5 possessions, punting once. Now here's Mahomes giving it to Pacheco, bouncing.
So they're trying to expose that same thing, and so far they have.
Here's a 2nd and 8 to Worthy.
Bengals in the second half is to maintain with this one.
Here's Pacheco.
In the room, I'm telling them at halftime
Holding.
to listen to the ref.
Defense number 97.
Steps up and gets out and goes. They've done that good. Now I'll give you a second one.
Here's a 1st and 10 to Pacheco. And he rips off a run of about sitting out this play. Steele takes his place. Sideline route, not there. And out a little bit as the rookie.
Yeah, I thought he could have banged himself up a little bit. I do love Jordan.
Again, just need about a half a yard, but Cincinnati plugs the gap.
Right here to his left.
Give to Steele, and he's able to lower his head and take off for the first.
But Andy trusted him, bringing him back in after the fumble. I was wondering if we were going to see it, but that second effort, and just following. Chenard, linebacker, plays backer, and then he comes on offense.
Yeah, now plays fullback. Here's a 1st and 10. Rolling out. There's room if he wants to run. And he gets pushed out. Possession of the second half, the distance. One screen. Pacheco. Pacheco up the middle, down to the 11-yard line. 1st down at the 12. Pacheco again. Pacheco able to drive ahead. Going with the heavy package again.
I said design a play at halftime just for this situation.
2nd and 2. They go with Steele. And Steele's the only back.
Here's a pass.
It's to Kelsey. Kelsey in traffic. He's marked short. Out of reception. Up top they go. Oh, look who catches it. Morris. Wanye Morris.
What are you doing? And I think Andy Reid did that, whether he did it at halftime or before.
They fake the handoff to Steele. And the Chiefs have their first lead of the afternoon. Edwards, who won a national championship at BYU. Here's right back going long, and they find the rookie Burton.
He's going to come down, and you'll see Burrow holds the free safety for a second, and Burton just takes off running, and that's what he can do well. He doesn't have the playbook down yet. A go route.
Uh-oh, lost the snap.
Pass, and then the big one right there.
Which they're hopeful to have Higgins back next week when they play Washington. Here's the pass play to the tight end, Gesicki. Little jump cut, and it gets... Pressure. Burrow fights through it and plows ahead. Got a little help from one of his linemen. It was Karras who helped bump him and push him across. Up ahead. There they go.
It's this run over here or a pass here in play action.
2nd and 2. Bouncing outside and then slipping.
Absolutely, because I don't know what I want to call. Only 3 plays, depending on what the defense lines up with.
That's the snake for the first.
Pound for pound, the strongest. Go ahead and run this. He's going to come flying in right here. And you're going to meet what I honestly think is yards away. And you take the ball and go right through a hole with nobody, and he runs right into you.
Just outside of a yard to go. Up top, looking for it. Back of the end zone, too high. Toss it to Moss. A lot of bodies up there, and he gets pushed back. Burrow, first option taken away. Buying time, flings it. Incomplete.
He's going to get double teamed out here.
Here it is. Going for it all. And an open target once again.
He's back out. He's number 80 on the outside. Right here. Boop.
How about what a move that is.
Yeah, that's...
Josivas will basically be the Tyler Boyd role.
That's
extra point. No good. Come back from 10 points in the second half, and Aaron Rodgers leads the Jets to a win down in Tennessee. Moment with his defense.
That's exactly the difference. You have to adjust for these quarterbacks. They learn so fast.
Here's Rice. 3rd and 4 after a long drive on their first series of the second half. And pass down the field. Not there. And it's intercepted.
Got it up. We'll see.
While the quarterback had the ball in the pocket, illegal contact, defense. It's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Hold. You were wrong. It was it illegal contact,
That's
actually?
they called it illegal contact. Here's Mahomes in trouble, able to dish it to Pacheco. Offensive holding.
Yeah, this will be a hold on 36.
Holding. Offense number 76.
Top of your screen. Right there. That's and that's not going to work with it.
20. That pass. Oh, caught me. Yeah. 2nd and 14. About right. Again, going down the field, and what an interception! My goodness, Cam Taylor-Britt.
Odell Beckham-esque, except on the defensive side, and That's a highlight reel for a long time.
Wow, you're not kidding. It was like OBJ. This is CTB. Cam Taylor-Britt. You don't see defensive backs make plays like that. And he made the pick.
Tapped it up in there.
So now we start the fourth quarter. Oh, a ball dropped.
Young tight end, Eric All Jr.
More heat and a sack. And the ball's out. And it's Connor running with it. Shamari Connor to the end zone and still waiting for a signal from the officials.
You're going to see the internal pressure. Wins right away, gets up, and then here comes both players. Still hard to tell there. But Burrow getting up and running makes me think it's a fumble. His mannerisms make me think this is a Chiefs touchdown.
Here's the key one right here. Is he down? Boy, that a few more times. Such a pivotal play in this game. Is that ball coming out already?
It's already out.
And a return by Connor for the touchdown. Now for the 2 to make it a 3-point game. Mahomes, all kinds of time. Ball tipped away. I do think it was the right call, but a little surprised they didn't rock back and forth for us to see a few more times before the touchdown return by Connor. Now the run back by Brown. Well, let me bring in Gene's territory. Gene,
That they're doing it and doing it in an expedited fashion when they get it right like this.
well, they did get it right. As Brown bounces outside.
Makes the big play and doesn't make the mistake.
2nd and 4. Setting up a screen. Moss ducks under the tackle and takes off to the Kansas.
Chanel might be your new favorite player, I think.
First down carry. Moss.
No, let him go right here and put someone right behind him.
2nd and 7. There he is. Darts ahead for the first down. Flag.
Holding. Offense number 75.
1st and 20 now. Getting some of it back. Look at Gesicki. Back to Chase. Good piece of tackling by McDuffie.
What a matchup right there. Chase is upset, but McDuffie a great defense there.
And look at Burrow come over and wrap him up. And a flag on Chase, who went back for a 2nd round.
Back again.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct against number 1 of Cincinnati.
To save it.
Yep.
Gesicki gets him back into long. Rico on the hold. McPherson, fearless. Did he think it was a face mask, or did he think this might have been a hip drop tackle, which it wasn't, but it kind of looked like it was on its way to that.
He might have thought that. And I know he might have felt it was, but it wasn't.
So now Kansas City.
Not believing it was a hip drop.
I was surprised during that break. He still had a few words with Alex Kemp. As Hendrickson makes the 3rd and 10. Somebody jump early. No flag is out. Now there's a flag. As Mahomes throws on the run, it's caught by Kelce, but I think it's coming back. As Kelce takes off. Kelce fakes the pass to the outside to Rashid Rice.
Exactly right.
Offense number 76.
Seen enough of the rookie left tackle. They've taken him out for this 3rd and 20 snap. Called for holding here, so Morris comes in, 64. Brought the touchdown. Here it is, 3rd and 20 to Rice.
He's great at this.
They stack him up at the 30. Look at that tackle, would you? Oh, my goodness, is Smith shooting. Remember, he fumbled last week in the game. Got to be careful there. The punt. Isa drives him back to the 7. Jones slips through, and Williams ends it at the 11. 4th time. Flips it. Has it to all.
That's the win.
2nd and 5. Moss. Tranquil trying to chase him down. It's 3rd and 4.
Stack behind him. Work and win, up and around.
Got it over. Oh, this could be a close mark here. They gave.
It's about to be possibly short, and then boom.
That's huge.
Next week, a little bit more of you got it, you got it, you got to go take it.
Most receiving yards in 3 years is Brown.
Bad.
1st and 10. And that's going to be for Cortland State. 2nd and 6. On the middle, it's off the fingertips. 3rd and 6. Pressure. They got the sack. Cincinnati's camp during the summer. They caught him, and the Bengals picked him up. A lot of hang time here. Hardman comes up, fields it at the 15. Hardman makes a 2nd move to the outside, and he's down near the 25. There's the handoff to Pacheco.
Green right here or a run.
2nd and 5. Wide open. Rice to the 4.
I'll tell you right after this play.
1st and 10. Handoff Pacheco. Push back, no gain.
If they score with a home run here, Jim, I at least put Burrow back out there with time.
Holmes, 2nd and 9. He's got time. Over the top he goes, and it's not there. Distance today.
Look at this. Haven't done this all day. Everyone's up here, man. This is a Kelsey time.
Ball caught. P. Ryan struggles to pick up 3 yards. Now it's 4th down.
Within some motion by Kelsey, you're going to know he's going to go down. You see these manner zone. Get him going up the field and stop.
Mahomes. Flag is down in the offensive backfield as Rice makes the catch.
For the Bengals, he could almost single-handedly have won this game.
Illegal use of the hands of the face. Number 64 of the offense.
Oh, my goodness.
By himself or put him in a hole.
You saw the hands.
Time. He's going to go up, back, up, and under.
3 rushing. Here he's coming up. Now he's going laterally. He's going to throw it on the run, and it's broken up, and there's no flag. Oh, flag comes in late. It was catchable. Yeah, he's there early.
Yep.
Gene Steratore.
That's the 2nd penalty on a huge play by Anthony.
Pass interference. Defense number 33.
Enough to get vertical before he gets through the receiver's back. You can see him attempting to, but that's early contact, and it is a catchable ball.
When he had the hands of the face on Kelsey as well, 2 huge plays.
Mahomes going and just
They're coming after him. Get it out quick.
they give it to Steele. The rookie.
It's up there. You just can't have a sack. That's the only thing that's not allowed.
Doesn't look like they're going to throw. They're going to run it. And they go again. Butker's kick for the win. He buries it.
Does it again. And how about that guy? Butker. Nice. Nice, man.
The final score is Kansas City 26, Cincinnati 25. Tonight on CBS begins with 60 minutes. For Tony, Tracy, and Gene, this is Jim Nantz saying so long from Kansas City. You've been watching the NFL on CBS.